It's August 29th, 2013, and I'm down at the horse barn. There are no longer horses here, but the barn houses a lot of rodents. And here we have two male rattlesnakes. Stretched out one is a diamondback, that's Stuart. The coiled one is an Arizona black rattlesnake, that's Glendy. Both of these snakes participated in our radiotelemetry study last year, and we took radios out 11 months ago from each of these individuals. And thankfully we occasionally see them from time to time. Glendy's got his head out a little bit, kind of interested in what that was. It's very unusual to see two species interacting like this. He's got his head out and he's doing some slow tongue flicking. It's likely that both of these snakes are smelling some of the same rodent activity. That's why they're both here. Now Stuart's a little on the lean side, but I'm thrilled to see that Glendy, who throughout our radiotelemetry study stayed pretty thin, he looks to have bulked up a little bit, so he's probably heavier than he ever was during our first year following him around. Right, Glendy? Feeling fat, but not really too sassy. Stuart's making his exit, stage left over there. You may have noticed he did not get defensive at my presence, but just me standing here may have been enough for him to detour, so he may just be headed around me. A little bit of green on Glendy's rattle. He also has an unusual white spot on his head, which may be some skin. Hopefully nothing serious. A small scar perhaps. And just to add to the fun, we'll take a little walk around the other side of the barn to visit the first female diamondback of our study. He's hanging out just opposite. Opposite side of the barn here. There she is. This is Allison. We can tell by her red rattles. And if she's looking a little deflated, that likely means that she's recently given birth. Rattlesnakes give live birth, and often they'll give up a lot of body mass in the process, so the females often come out of birth looking like they ought to be pretty hungry. They spend quite a lot of time hunting in the late season when prey populations are up because of the productivity from the rain, and hopefully they regain a lot of that mass that they've lost from childbirth before going back down into their dens for the winter. Now these three are not pets, nor are they probably very happy to see us when they see us, but they tolerate the presence of humans pretty well. And they're our pest control team, so we like having them around so that the rodents don't get too out of control. They can be destructive and even be vectors for disease. And as long as you watch where you go, watch where you step, and put your hands, having rattlesnakes around can actually be a really nice thing.